Now we
Now
can talk
to
about
John Wick. John Wick
Yes,
4.
John Wick 4,
John
which
Wick
we've all
4.
seen.
Yep, John
Very
Wick
good.
4.
A very long
yeah,
movie, but
yeah,
doesn't feel long because it's just
so full of action.
80% action.
Yeah, a lot of action.
And Jeff changed his name to John Wick.
Interestingly, Jeff has never seen any of the John Wicks.
1, 2, 3, huh?
So I'm curious how you found it. Like,
Well,
you
if
found it
Jeff
confusing or not?
knows, it's actually Jonathan Wick.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of words mentioned of Jonathan, yeah.
Yeah, it calls him Jonathan. Like,
Yeah,
has he ever called
Jonathan.
been
Yeah.
known as Jonathan before, or
Yeah, all the time.
all the time?
Yeah, by that particular guy as well. It's like it's always the same.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, the head of the Continental.
Winston. Actually, I'm surprised that Lance Reddick got killed off so quickly.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do anything.
Sadly, yeah. He did play a bigger role in the previous ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you haven't watched the previous ones, you'd be like really confused probably. But you'd probably still enjoy the action.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? Like, because just enjoy the action
Well,
without knowing much about the backstory and everything.
well, to summarize the first one, effectively, that went to going to the complete madness that he is as like a big like killer.
Well, he used to be an assassin.
Yeah, as an assassin, yes. But
Yeah.
the thing is, the first one, his wife died, yes, but that didn't push him over the edge. Do you know what actually pushed him over the edge?
The dog.
The dog.
Killing the dog. I saw just last week. I saw John Wick, the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, he got really mad over the dog getting killed.
Yeah, because the dog was the last remnant of his wife.
Yeah. But as well, they did kind of bring the whole dog thing, like what would the owner do for a dog in this episode as well, like chapter 4. The only reason why he actually stops trying to kill John Wick after the guy who actually had the dog was that John Wick saved the dog. And after John Wick saved the dog, he says, okay, yeah, he's okay. He won't try to kill him anymore.
Yeah. So the dog is a very important element in all the John Wicks.
Yeah, the dogs are important in the John Wick.
That's how he all started too, right?
Yeah,
The dogs.
Yeah.
The dogs. Yeah.
The end of John Wick,
Revenge of the Dog.
the first one, he walks out of the dog pound with the bulldog pup, which was at the funeral, probably, but you never see John Wick in this episode with the dog as his pet kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't. But effectively, they kind of followed up the whole joke of John Wick with the whole revenge plot was because of the death of the dog.
Yeah. Going back to the dog, yeah.
Yeah, it became a whole meme. And they kind of like proved that the meme was correct.
I mean, Keanu Reeves himself loves dogs, so.
Yeah. But the whole revenge plot was because of a dog, was that whole meme.
Yeah, but at the end of this movie tonight, we saw the adult of the black bulldog. Do you remember that? Which John Wick walked out with at the end of John Wick 1, the puppy. Does anyone can you guys tie that together? Like I didn't see 2 or 3.
Yeah, I watched them all. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the dog featured very prominently, right? In 2 and 3.
No.
It's only the first one.
Yeah. But then the other one was it's like bringing down the organization, which helped like
the high table.
The high table, all that.
So in 2 and 3, did John Wick have that black bulldog as his pet at all?
No. He was too busy killing.
Okay. Yeah, because the end of the first John Wick was basically walking out of the animal shelter or vet, whatever it was, where it was like the getting stuff that fixing up his wounds and stuff, and saw all the dogs, and then saw the little puppy dog, black bulldog, and opened the cage and walked out with the bulldog cup, a bulldog puppy.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it does seem like the whole chapter 4 was kind of a whole send off for the whole series.
Yeah.
Because they brought back a lot of the returning ones. Like the Japanese leader was one of the supporters of John Wick. And yeah, the leader of the Continental and Lance Riddick were there as well. He kept calling him Jonathan Wick, yes.
Yes.
We're also in the previous ones. That's why John Wick kind of used the Continental as his base for quite a while.
Actually, here's
before he was shot off the roof by his friend.
Here's every single
in
character.
episode 3. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves as John Wick, Lawrence Fishburne as the Bowery King, Donnie Yen as Kane, Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, but Lawrence Fishburne was not in John Wick until now.
Well, he was in. What do you mean? He's been in 2. He was in 2 and 3, wasn't he?
He was in the very ending of 3. Like a post-credit scene. But Lawrence Fishburne was actually not a part of John Wick.
Well, he was in...
You're thinking of The Matrix.
Yeah,
No, he was definitely in John Wick 3.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, he was in the post-credit scene of chapter 3, yes. The post-credit scene.
Because John Wick 3, remember he helped John Wick a lot, right? And there was a scene where we thought he got killed, but he didn't.
Yeah, that was the post-credit scene of John Wick 3.
It wasn't just the post-credits, because he was he was helping John Wick.
Yeah, he was helping John Wick in the background, but he was not seen until the very end.
Bowery King, see? He's definitely in the movie. Maybe we are thinking John Wick 2 was in the post-credit scene.
Maybe, yeah, I could have mixed them up because it's been a while since I watched them. I do
Because
remember quite a bit. Though.
yeah, Tree, he was definitely in.
Yeah, because 3 was the one with Halle Berry. Am I mixing up some of the stories? Maybe I am. Yeah.
Now, how did Kane give his eyes?
Who?
The Kane,
Oh, the
Kane,
eyes.
Donnie Yen's
Yeah,
character.
how did he give
We
his
don't know.
eyes?
He only said
yeah,
when
yeah.
he was asked, he said he gave them away.
What, did
And
he
the thing
blind
is, yeah,
himself or?
Yeah, we don't know.
considering it does seem like he did blind himself,
Okay.
but effectively they didn't go into the whole story of him because they added Donnie Yen for this particular chapter.
Yeah, he's now a high table operative or acquaintance of John as well. And then Bill Skarsgård is the Marquis. Bill Skarsgård is also It in the It
Hmm.
the clown. Hiroyuki Sanada.
He returns.
He returns. The Tracker, also a new character.
Yep, a new character again. Yeah,
No,
sure.
Lance Reddick appeared
Yeah,
and
I've
died.
seen the tracker from a lot of other shows.
Oh, this Shamir.
Yeah,
Well, he was in Winona Earp and Race. Bruce. Yeah, I haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any of those ones. Lance Reddick is really well known.
Yeah, he's in the Fringe, in Wire, Godzilla vs. Kong, and sadly he passed away. But it's good that they had a tribute in memory of Lance Reddick.
They did, yes.
In the
He
beginning.
also played a part in like the game Resident Evil series. He was in Horizon Zero Dawn, the game series as well. So he's very well known, but unfortunately, yes, he recently passed away, like not too long ago.
Yeah, literally only like maybe a week or more.
A bit over maybe about a week. So they seem to have been able to make that in memory of him at the end of the show in time.
Yeah. Yep, Ian McShane, Winston, back.
Yep, because some people were like speculating if the film would actually have a in memory of Lance Reddick, because it would have been
it's a bit rushed.
It would have been a bit rushed to try to put that out like only a week before. So it does seem like the studio was able to change it quite quickly before they sent it out.
so it did it because I didn't notice it.
The in memory of Lance Reddick.
Yeah, it was in the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like right at the very end.
No, beginning. Just even before the show starts.
Beginning of the end,
in memory of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the beginning it was like in memory of Sharon.
Of Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick was at the very end. Yeah.
Lance Reddick. Well, yes, at the beginning, right? In memory of our friend Lance Reddick.
Like what? It was at the beginning. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Maybe different cinemas
had
different copies.
You think it's the cinema who adds it? But that may be true, because
the one that I watched didn't have it. It was like only right at the very end. It said in memory of Lance Reddick. And
but then it makes sense that the cinema's the one doing it, because they wouldn't have time to.
Yeah, so it was right at the beginning.
Yeah, I saw one at the beginning.
Well, what did the event do? Beginning or the end?
Well, I saw it at the beginning.
I saw it like right at the
Okay.
very end and it was like really like simple. It's like just in memory of Lance Reddick.
Yeah, so maybe it's up to the cinema when they want to show that, like,
Okay, so maybe it is
Mhm.
actually the cinemas doing it then, if it's actually different.
So that like that flash up before a
Which
Lionsgate production did it.
Yeah, which kind of probably makes sense because usually for movies they do send out like the whole copies, sometimes 2 weeks to a week before the actual film, so they could prepare it. And yeah, Lance Reddick getting passed like just maybe over a week ago.
Not enough time. Yeah,
The screening starts like practically midnight on Wednesday,
yeah.
so maybe they didn't get the final edits by then, so they had to do it themselves,
Mm.
which kind of makes more sense. Yes.
I guess it makes more sense to put it at the back, but then that's why I was like, oh, they've put it right in front, you know.
Yeah,
So
Toits, when I watched it there, did not have it at the front. It was only at the end.
yeah. Actually, I didn't know Clancy Brown is the Harbinger. Interesting.
The Harbinger.
Yeah, Harbinger. And then there's oh yeah, Scott Atkins. I didn't recognize him either. You know, the fat guy
Ah,
who
yeah.
fought who
Ip Man.
who's yeah, who actually fought Ip Man in Ip Man 4.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, the killer, the head of the German table. And the daughter of Shimazu, Rina Sawayama.
Yeah, the thing is, I haven't actually seen her before until now. So she's the daughter.
Well, yeah, it says this movie is actually her movie debut, so we wouldn't have seen her.
No, that okay,
Yeah,
that kind of makes sense. But we did know the father, so
yeah.
maybe they're going to follow on with her or Donnie Yen's character.
Well, that goes to the ending that that we all saw.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a spoiler. So Jeff, don't kind of spoil it for those who haven't watched the shows.
But then we've all seen it in this group, so
Yeah, in this group, yes, but in other groups, don't share it. And this is a full spoiler review, so we'd have to say it's a spoiler review, of course. We've always done spoiler reviews.
speaking of spoilers, the big question is this, right? Does he die? And I think Bill, just now you
Yeah,
were saying you
exactly.
don't think that he
No,
did.
no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No,
It really depends, on
because
whether they want to do a 5. If they want to do a 5, they can
on
easily
on
explain it away.
on the steps he was still alive, and then it's just basically graveyard. But then, if he's not dead, why would the guy called his second, like his boss kind of thing, who was alone at his gravestone, and why was he talking to the gravestone when he was by himself if John Wick wasn't dead?
Yeah, who
It
knows?
wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
seriously,
make
who
sense.
knows? The studio knows. We
You
don't
don't
know.
know. It all depends on whether they want to do like a 5th one. So if they want to do a 5th one, then they'll say, hey, he faked his death.
Yep. And I do like that line which he killed him with consequences.
Yeah, consequences.
That's his line as well. It's like they made a meme out of it.
John Wick's line, is it?
Yeah,
Consequences.
that's John Wick's line.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Like
meme,
the
John Wick, consequences, bang.
uh, uh, like the town in New Mexico. What is it? Something in consequences. Oh,
Yeah, John Wick's is just consequences.
Yeah. That is famous down in New Mexico. A chance and consequences or something like that. Yeah. I think it's chance and consequences.
But there's already a spin-off that's been planned. So the ballerina one with this character from John Wick 2, I think, Ana de Armas. So that's gonna happen. Plus, they are gonna have a TV series based on the Continental.
Yeah, that would
hotel.
probably be cool because the Continental has been known in the series for quite a while, and it's
Yes.
being rebuilt, which is cool.
Yeah, and they can obviously have other characters as well. Not just
Well, one thing that really confused me was they were in a higher building, and when the sands ran out, the explosives to implode the hotel went off, and you see through the window, you see the hotel just go flat to the ground, and then later on in the film, you see the manager in front of the hotel again.
Yeah, broken hotel. Or the ruins of the hotel, but it was still kind of standing.
Yeah.
But after the explosion, we didn't actually see it collapse.
No.
We just see all of the explosions one level after the other, and then they cut away from it to another angle. So we didn't really see it properly collapse. So it probably didn't collapse. It would still remain standing but broken. But they're going to rebuild it, so.
Yeah.
Well, if it's going by like the structure of the hotel as well from like the previous ones, they do have like big underground sections as well, and the structure is much stronger than an average building, so likely it's harder to destroy. Yep, but yeah, it was a good one. I did like the movie quite a bit, and yeah, it didn't really feel like 3 hours. It went by so fast.
Did you like Donnie
the whole
Yen's
action
character?
was like crazy.
Did you like Kane?
I did like his character, yes, but I did find it a bit weird that they just implemented him right here, right at the end. Like, maybe they could have had a bit of backstory about like how he actually got into it and how he's already quite good friends with John Wick and the Japanese guy as well.
Yeah, I mean that could be where they are thinking of at the end, right? The post-credit scene, like a potential spin-off, possibly, like for Kane, and delving into that story.
That relationship. Maybe.
Yeah, so this one says it could be centered around Akira and Kane, like a potential spin-off.
Yes, so effectively John Wick could come back in terms of like backstory instead of
like a
forward.
prequel-ish set before. Yeah,
that could work.
See, well, we don't know if whether or not Kane is dead.
well, we don't know. It was implied that Akira was out to kill him, but we don't know.
Yeah, but that could be a whole new story that they could play with.
Yeah.
So maybe Akira would be the new bad going forward. We do not know.
I remember that he had like super sensitive from hearing. She was coming up behind him with a flick knife, and she was just about to open the flick knife. He would hear the flick knife opening and probably whirled around with his cannon knock it out of the hand, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that's why they keep it open.
I mean, Donnie Yen's character Kane did say to Akira, "Come find me," right?
Yeah.
So she's found him.
So I think that he would have been expecting it.
Yeah. So
but maybe they will announce a new one. Maybe not John Wick 5, but something that follows the story.
yeah,
It-
so as
it
I
would've-
mentioned,
it
they're
would've-
already gonna do the ballerina one and the Continental. And
It would
John
have
Wick
been worse
5.
for Kane. It would have
Yeah.
been worse for Kane if the Japanese lady had gone up and killed Kane's daughter in front of Kane. That would have just destroyed Kane.
Oh, the daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that, but I don't
That was-
think she's out to get the daughter.
Yeah, she's not.
Yeah, but that's basically Kane's only reason for leaving.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, she has no I think she has honor, so she wouldn't
Yeah,
do something like that. She would,
yeah.
in the same way that the dad,
Yeah,
like
the dad
yeah,
versus Donnie Yen was
Donnie
interesting
Yen.
as well. It's like Japanese martial arts or that samurai arts versus like Chinese martial arts.
Versus, yeah, I don't even know what Donnie Yen, like, is it Wing Chun or something? Ip Man style. Although he's not really Ip Man in
Yeah,
this one.
he's not Ip Man in this one.
He's like he's more like Daredevil.
But as well, it's not the first time we played a blind guy.
Huh? Oh, is it the first time he plays a bad guy?
No, it's not the first time he played a blind guy.
Oh, a blind guy. Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah,
Star
Rogue
Wars.
One. He
Blind
played a good
assassin.
part in Star Wars as well.
But
He was the one in Rogue One, which she keeps saying, "I'm one with the Force, and the
The
Force,
Force
is
is
with
one
me.
with me, or something like that.
I'm
Yeah.
one of the Force, and the Force is with me."
Yeah.
But he wasn't a Jedi. He was like a follower of it. But
Yeah.
he could tune into it, but he doesn't have like the abilities of a Jedi.
Hmm.
And he was blind again.
Yeah, so the director isn't certain about making John Wick 5 just because he says he needs time between movies to recharge and get inspiration.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know. Will it happen based on the, well, I think, yeah, just based on the box office projections, looks like it will happen.
It probably will.
Uh,
But it does also seem like this has been a really long movie with not many words being said.
it does sort of tie everything up in a way.
Yeah,
like,
it does. Yeah. Like he goes back to his own like family at the end as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the interesting thing is that 4 and 5 were originally supposed to be filmed back to back, but the director said no.
Just make it all in one.
Yeah, the director said no, just do one.
But that's probably why it ended up being like close to 3 hours.
Right. Actually, the original cut, I think, was actually closer to 4 hours.
Like, why would they add more fight scenes?
I don't know, like the original running time was like crazy. But yeah, anyway. it was very long. So we may see like a director's cut.
Probably, I'd like to see that. But yeah, Donnie Yen, like it. I think Donnie Yen's character was a bit like out of place,
Mm.
but it worked for the show.
Yeah, it works. I mean,
Yeah, I think I'd say out of place because they just randomly added the character in without too much of a backstory.
Yeah, it wasn't in the other ones, right? Yeah.
no.
No, that was actually only one of my main reasons
Mm.
Yeah,
of
but the
not
thing is,
liking it too much.
right? Like, because the world of John Wick is big, right? Like,
It is
so
big,
you
but
can have all kinds of characters pop up.
yeah, but at least give a bit more backstory. Like,
Oh,
and I guess they did try with the whole daughter.
yeah, Akira.
Mm.
It's a yeah, it does seem like a good ending if it is actually the end.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
he did finish the final fight with that key one word phrase. Consequences. John Wick.
Oh, yeah. Consequences.
And yeah, by saving the dog, he like got the black guy on his side. That I found like quite funny.
He basically redeemed himself from the black guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he saved the dog.
Yeah.
It's
Mr.
all
No-
because of the dog.
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody.
Mm.
So effectively, don't turn to dogs because they'll come get you. Yep. Yeah, so considering there isn't really too much about to say about it, except maybe the whole fight scenes. Like, there's so many fight scenes in this movie; it's ridiculous, but it works well.
Yeah, I think the one where he has to walk up the steps, that one is kind of funny because he keeps rolling back down.
Yeah, it's like the final boss fight. You fail, and then you have to repeat what you had to do before.
And then he gets some help from Donnie Yen.
So once
I
you
mean,
fail,
like,
you
yeah,
fall all the way back down, and you have to restart.
like,
Yeah.
a lot of the fight scenes were where he's like falling down, like from 3 stories up,
Oh,
out
and
Yeah,
completely,
he jumped down
yeah,
from like 3 stories
completely,
and into a
yeah,
car.
just not believable because he'd just be dead. And
Yeah,
going
he could
down,
have been dead like so many times. Come on, but it's a
no,
movie.
no, he would
He would have
have
been
been
dead,
dead.
yes.
Yeah.
Like multiple times over. But it's a movie.
yeah.
Yeah. Going down those stairs, going like just like rolling down like one flight of the stairs. He he had a flight bed. Why didn't he just stop himself? Movies.
Yep. And we do like that the suit again is back, which is really cool. 3-piece suit, bulletproof. It's like everyone seems to have it now.
Yeah. Oh, that guy in the grey suit. He was almost invincible, wasn't he? Super strong and invincible.
Mm.
Who, yeah, the guy that finally got killed by Mr. Nobody. and peed on by Mr. Nobody's dog.
Yeah, because they're wearing those like specially made suits. It's like they're
Yeah.
not vulnerable unless you shoot in their head.
Yeah. But
Unless
yet,
it's
I mean,
unless it's
see,
those guys with the masks like fighting
Yeah.
in that hotel as well, where they had all the masks as well. So it's like even shooting on the head did nothing.
No. Mr. Black was sporting a very high caliber rifle and shooting that guy
May I ask,
almost point blank. What shooting him almost point blank in the head, and then showing that his head isn't even bleeding. Well, that's totally not. His head would have been missing. There wouldn't have been like half a head. It would. He would. His head would not have been recognizable.
I don't know what scene you're thinking about right now.
Where Mr. Black shot the guy in the grey suit just before the dog pissed on him.
So he shot in like the middle section, not the head.
And then shot him in the head.
So right at the very end, yes. So that part, yeah. Before the dog pissing. Which was like so funny scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a movie. Things have to make sense.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to physics and all that, they just don't really matter in the scheme of movies. But considering the suit, the hacksmith actually built one.
Oh yeah.
A proper 3-piece suit, which is actually wearable.
Mm. Well,
Which
it's
is-
wearable, but
Bullet resistant.
I don't
Like-
think anyone would
like,
dare wear it for testing.
Yeah, the bullet won't go through it, but effectively the shock of the actual pressure of the bullet will still hit and hurt. So you'll still get like broken ribs and stuff.
It'll knock the wind out of you, it'll break ribs, everything like that.
Yeah, of course. That's why when they did the testing of it, they didn't put a real person behind it because you'll break the ribs. Like even a proper bulletproof vest, it does protect you from the bullet, but you still get the impact wounds. It will still crack your ribs or like damage something. But it's actually cool that it's actually possible.
Yeah.
But in the way of the movie, probably not possible because it does seem like they keep getting shot a lot in those areas and it doesn't seem to affect them too much.
Yeah,
but the actual
Kevlar,
test ones,
yeah.
it actually does still hurt.
After a while, Kevlar does give up.
Mm.
Yeah, it depends on the
Um,
structure of the Kevlar, apparently.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kevlar as a crosshatch weave and repeated shocks to the weave part of the weave which really weakens it.
Hmm.
Yep. But essentially, if you have time, eventually you could watch the Hacksmith video of it. Like, I'll just give a little bit of a preview here. This is a testing one. This is the suit.
Yeah.
Good.
And yeah, they've been shooting at it, testing it with the actual bulletproof one.
Beautifully, handsomely decorated box.
Okay,
And yeah, the actual material isn't bulletproof, but the actual Kevlar inlay and other stuff which are in there. actually prevented the bullet to go completely through because 3 pieces. Yeah, full
Alright.
3-piece suits. So it's actually a lot
Yeah, but
harder to
okay.
go through 3 instead
Right,
of just
yeah.
1.
Yeah, but okay, if you do that 50 times, the Kevlar is useless.
Yeah, of course. But look at that. It's like completely squished.
Okay, that's not the bullet which was fired into the Kevlar. That bullet is not mushroomed. Can you zoom in on that on the bullet?
Well, that's the one that they got out of the suit.
Mm.
How do you know? Because that bullet is not mushroomed. You know how when a bullet hits, it mushrooms out, and hollow point bullets explode.
So these are the bullets that they
Wow.
tested with.
So the top
Yeah.
45 is the most promising, is it?
Yeah.
Top 4. ACP.
Mm. He uses his forehand a lot to block the shots. Is it block?
Yeah, which
The suit, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it has
the
a suit
suit.
on it. Oh,
yeah,
Well, the suit
but
is-
apparently it's actually less probable if it's hit there. So it's yeah.
yeah.
So the suit, even though this one works, no one would actually wear it as a proper bulletproof suit.
Mm.
Yeah,
And as they say, it's insanely stupid.
yeah.
It would not have stood up to one of the incendiary rounds being shot by the bad guys.
Probably not, because as they did say, the material is not bulletproof. The material still can catch on fire and get damaged. It's just that the inlay is more protective. But yeah, it's actually kind of cool that they actually did test it with like multiple suits. Oh, and
Yeah,
the bulletproof armor actually did kind of fail there.
yeah.
And yeah, they've been shooting at it. It does go through some layers eventually, but it does seem like it didn't fully go through.
Mm.
No.
But it's kind of cool that they
Yeah.
actually could build an actual replica one, even though it's not exactly the same as the movie, because the movie one, of course, is actually more improbable.
And is much thinner, and then that one is bulky, and yeah, but the one
Hello, everyone.
movie
Yep.
just looks very
Oh,
thin and stuff.
Bernie.
Yeah,
Oh, hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Bernie.
yeah, but apparently not too bulky.
Hello.
Yeah.
Evans.
Oh, you
Like-
made it. You made it. We
the
haven't
car.
given our
You guys
scores
talk-
yet.
Are you guys talking about John Wick?
Yeah.
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 But we
Yeah.
haven't given our
Oh,
scores.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that yeah, apparently the
was an
suit wasn't
excellent
too
movie, right?
bulky.
Yeah.
They could still run in like the suit. So
The
Yeah.
Kevlar suit, yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah,
create a
excellent
special
movie, yeah.
they create a special weave for the 3-piece suits to make it as strong as possible.
3-piece suit.
Yeah, it apparently took the Hacksmith team an entire year to complete the project.
Interesting.
Yeah, an
But-
entire year to finish the project.
Bernie, you're are you in a car or are you at home?
Yeah, I'm driving home. I
Okay.
just started driving now, so
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I thought I'd join you as soon as possible. But you've been through the Easter eggs yet?
No,
Not yet. We're still
not yet.
explaining like
just started pretty much. Just
yeah. We're
That's
talking about the suits.
the suit of John Wick, the
Yeah.
Kevlar
Yeah,
suit.
the Kevlar suit. Yeah.
Like, is it possible? Yes or no? Apparently, yes.
It can't protect you from close impact hits.
Yeah, if it's too close, you'll still get the impact. Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
but apparently it is possible.
At any range, you'll get the impact.
Yeah, at any
But,
range we'll get the impact, and you'll still
yeah.
probably get like broken ribs and stuff. But
Yeah.
the suit is possible.
I mean-
That's all they're asking for.
It
The
depends.
suit in the movie
Right,
is
yeah.
more improbable.
Yeah.
But they made one that is possible.
Yeah.
See, the 2 to 3 round, that is a supersonic round. Now,
Supersonic round.
it's also yeah, I mean, it's going really fast. The mask is just going to punch really, really hard on the Kevlar and destroy the Kevlar.
Kevlar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But you know, it's a movie.
Yeah, but that's a maybe, of course. As we keep saying that the movie suit, even though the suit is technically possible, the movie one is definitely more improbable.
Yeah, the one the one the mannequin you showed with the hole in it, I'd reckon that would probably have been maybe from the 2 to 3 round, or maybe one.
But essentially, we're not talking about the bullets in this one, because that's not what the movie is about. It's if you're trying to
Yeah.
get technical with like all of the weapons,
Nah, yeah,
do not do that, because a lot of people who watch videos do not want to know every technical detail, because
yeah.
that's essentially boring.
Yeah. Oh, now, when John Wick was at the Russian club, punching the living crap out of the Russian guy,
yeah.
I was thinking to myself, what proof of death is it I'm going to take back, and like going back thinking about other kind of rape movies. I was thinking, yeah, he's probably going to cut his head off, and, take his head back. But yeah, the gold thief basically go by AI, just rip out a gold tooth, it'll be proof of death.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But after all of those fights, it was a ball that killed that guy. Well, it was entertaining though, but still, it was a bit weird that a lot of the people in the club did not even run when they saw like people fighting.
They just kept dancing.
Yeah, that's the
Up
oh,
until-
talk about that.
Up until
Yeah.
It's
like
up
normal,
until-
you know.
Yeah,
up
I noticed
until,
that.
And
the guy was
yeah.
dead.
They had a look. Some
And
had
then
a look.
only
And
at
just,
the
oh, okay,
very,
kept
but
dancing.
only at the very end did they start moving. Only at the
Yeah, when the guy was dead. When
I
the
think
guy
they
died,
thought it was just a show. Yeah, like pure performing.
maybe.
what? A show? Like
I don't
hatchets,
think so, because they're like
hatchets
throwing
going
like
into heads. They're like loading, hatchets.
They're probably too drunk
being
and
buried
yeah, too
in-
high.
Yeah, too drunk.
into the middle of heads.
Too
Yeah.
drunk, too high.
yeah,
Yeah.
that scene did
Too
not
high.
make much sense. Like if it was like normal people, I think they'd just run. But yeah, it's just that scene was just weird. So that was some points off as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it went from fight scene to fight scene. It's like crazy. It's like fight scene, bit of
talking,
Talking,
and then fight scene.
like for a little while. The talking didn't last long. Goes into another fight scene. More
Yeah, not much
talking.
talking. Not much
Fighting
talking.
again. Talking. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
not that,
absolutely
there's,
crazy.
not that there's much talking.
Yeah, not much talking at all.
Well,
It's all about the action.
with the duel, my understanding or my thought of the duel was that the duel was going to be John Wick against the head of the
The
uh,
Marquis.
the marquee, and not Kane, because the head of the marquee nominated Kane as his second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then well, essentially Kane
He-
didn't want to do it, but he was forced into it.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah,
okay,
because of the daughter.
but,
Threaten the daughter.
hang on. But the duel was given to the head of the marquee, not to Kane.
But he
Yeah, it
nominated
was.
Kane.
Yeah.
Kane, huh?
Yeah, apparently it's those house rules.
As a second, not in his place.
Yeah.
And John Wick's second was his boss.
Well, I thought John Wick is the second.
Yeah, John Wick
Yeah.
wasn't, but
Uh,
No, John Wick nominated the boss as his second.
the boss as his second.
That's why if John Wick
Oh
had
yeah,
died,
yeah.
yeah, the second being his boss
Yeah.
would lie in a grave next to
Yeah.
him. To quote the bad guy.
yeah. So effectively, it does seem like the Marquis doesn't know how to fight.
He doesn't look like he knows how to fight.
Yeah, he was too afraid, so he just forced Kane's hand to take his place.
Yeah.
That's why he was at killing like one shot.
Just unskilled
Yeah.
fighter.
Yeah, and it also does seem like he does not know much about like the duels as well. It's like he didn't even notice that John Wick didn't even take the third
He didn't
shot.
shoot. Didn't shoot.
Yeah, even if he shoot the bullet. Yeah, that's so silly. Or maybe it's just oversight. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's both. Like it's oversight, and plus he did not know. He didn't care.
I think they were counting on his arrogance anyway.
Yeah, he was kind of arrogant. They definitely was. That's why it was consequences. Bang.
Yeah, see, he was warned by the old guy. You know, don't let your pride or something like that
Vision.
get the best of you.
Yep. And as well, the Marquis definitely does not fight fair. He like sends all those guys and does raise the whole bounty on John Wick's head just so John Wick is kind of prevented to go to the duel. But then, yeah, Donnie and Kane helped him out. Even though he was meant to be the competitor. It's like, he wants him up there, so of course he'd help out. Like, they didn't want to fight, but they were kind of forced into it.
You see, if John Wick was killed by anyone else,
yeah, they would have been like too tired at that point. He'd be like fully like worn out.
Hang on. If he was killed by anyone else but the black guy before the duel, the Marquis wouldn't have needed to pay anyone.
Yeah.
See, if the black guy had killed John Wick, he would have owed like sorry, Mr. Nobody. He would have had to pay Mr. Nobody $40 million
Yeah.
because
That's only if we
the
actually
lottery,
kill him.
the lottery went up. I remember
The
Yeah.
lottery.
the lottery went up.
Yep.
Oh, hang on, maybe that was for anyone that killed him.
Yeah.
I think
For
that
anyone. Yeah.
was, yeah.
That was
Anyone
for
that
anyone.
could prove that they killed him. Yeah,
But no one was able to.
yeah.
Yeah. Also let him off the hook. Because he saved his dog.
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
dog.
the Marquis obviously didn't play fair there. It's like he completely wears John Wick out before the
No.
duel. So he would be like so
Yeah.
tired.
Well, they were both
The Mark-
tired though.
yeah.
Right? Like Donnie Yen also, but I guess
Yeah, but Donnie Yen would be less tired because he only had to help
yeah, going up.
Keanu
stairs.
Reeves go up the stairs once. Keanu had to John Wick had to go up twice, plus all of the fights before that.
Yeah, and on the streets, yeah.
And on the street, the car chase.
Mhm.
And you know,
Hotel
like
fights.
falling down,
Falling down a few
like
stories.
Yeah, 3
3 floors
stories.
twice. Yeah,
Fighting in the
Let- let-
clubhouse,
yeah,
fighting in
let-
the hotel,
yeah.
fighting everywhere.
Landing on van's roof.
Yep.
Bouncing off a van.
Hmm.
Bouncing off several cars.
Yeah, he was hit several times in the car chase.
Oh, sorry, he got hit by so many cars. It could have been in hospital, really. But
Yeah, he should be. But yeah, this show doesn't
Maybe
make
it's a
sense in
movie.
that. So it's because it's a
I mean,
movie.
He's
He
like
could
a
survive
superhero.
anything.
He's a superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the tone of the whole movie. Yeah, he survives everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the tone of his character. It's all fictional.
Yeah, definitely all fictional
Oh,
and bit of fun. But yeah, it was awesome movie. Lots of fights. Kind of a solid movie I like.
Same.
Should we get to our scores, maybe?
yeah.
Jeff, what would you give it?
Oh, score.
Yep.
I'll probably give it an 8. Even as a standalone without seeing the other ones. Super.
Only an 8?
Only an 8. I mean, imagine Jonas gonna
It's higher than me. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was good. Yeah, I didn't. Donnie Yen was good in the movie, but I thought you're right. He did let it down a little bit. I don't know, just maybe the character. He's not really like a villain kind of character. He's really a good guy. Yeah, right.
No,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's not really bad. He's being like
being
hired
used. Yeah.
than being
No choice.
used.
No choice. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like a
no choice.
mercenary.
But
Well,
effectively, as his character, he actually showed it. Like in the fights in the hotel, he was eating a bowl of noodles. He didn't really want to fight. So
Oh, yeah.
leave it to these
He wasn't
guys
doing his
instead.
job.
Oh, yeah, Osaka, yeah, hotel, yeah.
Yeah, his henchman was going, do your job.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you eating noodles?
Yeah, but that actually does show that he is not the
He's
hero
not-
that
I
He's
mean,
not
he's,
really
a, he's a
villain.
reluctant. He's a
Yeah, he's
reluctant,
reluctant.
reluctant villain.
Reluctant.
Reluctant
He didn't really
villain.
want to do it.
Yeah.
I like how he used those senses.
No, I don't think he was reluctant. I think he was strategic.
Well, he
Well-
didn't really want to fight
Yeah, he didn't want to fight
John Wick.
like there. He
Well,
he also didn't want to fight Akira as well.
Like they're friends.
yeah, like
Because all friends, yeah.
yeah, even
Oh.
fighting the Japanese like
The
fathers,
father.
like,
Mm.
he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
reluctant to says, "Don't do this."
Yeah, Akira's dad, yeah. That's what
Yeah,
his
he
name, but
He didn't want to, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
all 3 of them are friends, John and the Japanese guy and
Yep.
what's his name? Kane, they're all friends really.
And he
Oh,
also let Akira live because he knows the father's like, and he just told her to live.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, he
didn't
didn't
wanna
want he didn't want to kill the father at all. It's like so we kind of see like throughout it that he was really reluctant, and it actually
Yeah.
does show the character of Donnie Yen's character Kane in this movie quite well.
Mm.
The only gripe about the character is we didn't really get to see much link of him
His
with
story.
the other part of the stories, because he wasn't mentioned in the previous ones.
Yeah, at all, right? Yeah.
We don't really get much story of it, so just having him like as a supposed friend, I guess it's kind of implied,
Yeah.
but we didn't see it. So that was
Haven't-
like one of the only gripes I had about that character.
Yeah,
it was,
that's a good point.
it was a good character nonetheless.
Yeah,
He played the character well. He played it probably really
very
well. Yeah, he played it really well.
yeah,
It kind of shows that he did want to do it. He was forced into it.
Mm.
And at every point he says,
that's true.
even to the marquee, he says, I won't do it, but says, do you have to because of this your daughter?
Mm-hmm. I like the fight scene where he used those sensors. He stuck the sensors on
Oh, the
the
bells.
Oh yeah, the
the
doorbell.
bells.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the doorbell.
That was funny. I was smart
Yeah, that
and
was
funny at the
funny.
same time.
so he could hear the enemy
Doorbell.
walk past. Yeah. And
Very
then-
smart.
Yeah, that
Smart
was
strategy.
very unique, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, he was fighting very strategically. He was waiting for the fight to come to him.
Yeah.
But as well, he was reluctant and he proved it several times.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
His heart didn't want to really fight.
So 8.5, yeah, from Jeff. Oh no, 8.
Hey, just
Hey,
about,
you said
Okay.
8.
yeah.
So that score is locked in. You're not changing it.
No, I'm not.
Locked in. Locked
locked
in.
Pretty
Okay.
pretty low. Wow, 8 and 5.
Yeah, no.
All right.
And then who else wants to go? Bill, you wanna go?
Okay. Yeah. Very good movie. I would give it 9.5,
Wow.
but
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to take 0.5 off for believability of weaponry, and half a point off for the choreography of the fighting, and half a point off for the of just the absurdity of the intensity of the fight versus not killing John Wick. So basically 8.
Oh, what? Oh, so it's 9.5, but you took 1.5 off.
For
1.5,
believability,
so
then
0.5,
believability is
0.5,
like through the window.
It's crazy.
Like I don't care about believability. It's a movie.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair
Well,
enough.
no,
Eight.
see, I
Yeah.
do, right? I see a movie. I
Yeah.
want to see that it is able to be applied in real life.
Then no movie exists that is applied in real life. A lot of movies in essentially Hollywood and other stuff, they're way over exaggerated that essentially nothing effectively works in real life. If you get shot, they die, and then the movie's boring.
Oh, I don't know. You know, Alice in Wonderland. That's a true story, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Yep.
Alright,
So
who's gonna
yeah,
go next score?
Bill. Sorry. Bernie.
Me? Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought it was like really crazy and over the top. but in a crazy good way, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, it's a it's a fictional movie. It's just so crazy. It's just, I think, all the action scenes are great. They're very well choreographed,
Hmm.
and I thought they had a lot of creative kills, like creative type of kills, and very creative stunts and creative angles and views, like the top down view thing, and
Yeah, that was good.
that was cool. And
Like a video game.
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like a video game actually. Yeah, from that
And the
view.
gun, yeah, fire
Yeah,
gun.
the
Yeah.
flame gun. I don't know what it's called, but that flame gun was cool, really cool.
Yeah.
Incendiary rounds.
Yeah.
They're called incendiary rounds.
Round.
Oh, okay, incendiary rounds. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought I really enjoyed it from beginning to end, and I thought all the characters connected really well. They're all connected somehow, and they did it in a very good way. And so yeah, the only thing is I just thought, I mean, the final deal was good, but I thought it could have done more with it. I thought
Mm.
maybe like more of a hand combat kind of thing. But
Okay.
but it was still good. So overall, I'll give it 9.5.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Wow.
9.5 from Baby.
Yeah, well,
wow.
Yeah.
9.5.
9.5, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, yeah, I'll give it pretty high as well. Maybe a 9 out of 10. Like, I think it's really, like, I go to John Wick movies just for the action, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
what you go
Uh,
to this for.
yeah.
Very well choreographed
Yeah.
action set pieces.
For a good adrenaline rush.
Yeah, adrenaline rush. And this one, right? Like, it's 3, as we said already, close to 3 hours, doesn't feel at all that
No,
long.
I was,
Mm.
when you said it was 3 hours long, to me it felt more like just over 2 hours.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
think
Yeah, that's
it was
what
3
everyone
hours
says.
long.
It doesn't
Because
feel like a 3-hour movie.
Yep. Because
Mm.
you're enjoying
Yeah.
it so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's
they
just
did well.
exactly,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I was sitting there, and my my 5 o'clock tablet alarm went off, and I was like very surprised by that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like all of the, action set pieces, one after the other. Very well done. Yeah, this is a good, I would say, wrap up of everything, even if there's no follow up, like no chapter 5. I think this will be a good ending. So yeah, I really liked it. I would say this is like a modern action masterpiece.
Mm.
And by that, what I mean is it's really raised the bar for
Mm.
like action movies.
Yeah.
And I really hope to see more. If Keanu Reeves is up for it, and I think he is. So yeah, just hoping there'll be a chapter 5. But for me, for this, it's a 9 out of 10.
A 9.
9.
Wow, that's a good score.
Wow.
Now, here we go, John. It's probably 4 out of 10.
4 or what?
No.
You always score like really low, John.
Actually,
I really enjoy this movie. It's probably one of the movies that I kind of like a lot. And yeah, again, it doesn't feel like a 3-hour movie. No one went on a toilet break for those who actually went to the cinema. Like,
I went to toilet break.
Oh, you did? Oh,
so
Oh
Jeff
wait, no, I
did.
didn't. No, sorry, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't.
Jeff didn't after 3 hours.
Surprise. Sorry, I didn't.
Yep. Yeah,
It's too good, too good to miss.
it's like gripping. Like when you
Yeah,
watch
no.
it, you can't even tell that it's 3 hours long. The
Yeah.
story though
Can't
is
tell, yeah.
the story though is you do have to watch the previous ones to understand it more.
Yeah, to fully
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
But
doesn't
then
have-
again, all the action scenes, like even if you haven't watched the previous ones, you could still enjoy it.
It's still very good.
Yeah, and some
It's
of the
still a very
storyline.
good movie, but
Yeah.
overall, the fight scene is like we have several different like angles for the shots. It's like
Yeah, it's so great.
as they do say, it's like a cinematic masterpiece in terms of like more of not really Chinese action fighting scenes, but probably more for the American or whites. But still, it's quite good either way because the fight scenes are really well choreographed, and you get many different fight styles. Like the whole fight in the hotel is like the Japanese versus like the people with all the guns, and then against all the mercenaries on the streets and stuff, all the gunfights there. It's like really crazy. Starting off like a Westerner as well, and ending off like a dual standpoint. It's like so many different styles in one. It's like
Yeah.
what other show does this? So yeah, it all blended up really well. The top-down shot, like everyone seems to like it a lot. The game style mode and the way that they pan the camera over as well is like really good. In some scenes, it was like a one take shot as well. It's like the camera keeps moving around. It's like you don't really see the cuts. It's good. So the cinematography really well done. Not too many cuts in certain scenes as well. So it's like it kept going and going. The top down, you could definitely tell that they didn't really cut too much out of it because the camera still moved around it and the fights were still going on. It must have taken a long time to do that.
Yeah, the choreography. Yeah.
Donnie Yen's character, though, I do say that he is kind of out of place. That even though it's kind of implied that he was friends with John Wick before, it's only implied. But yeah, Donnie Yen's character in the show is really well done. But yeah, in terms of the character, because it's not connected to the previous movies as well, it does seem more out of place since they brought back a lot of the returning characters previously as well, and then they add a new character.
Returning character.
So yeah, that's practically my only grip against Donnie Yen. Somehow I'm hearing a repeat. And overall, really good show. It kind of settles the memes that were done in the past. A man's love of a dog is really important.
Yeah, the dog.
Yeah, the dog is important for the man, which is how John Wick got into his whole spiral of assassinations.
Yeah, the dog.
And how he redeemed Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, he saved the dog.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't want the money anymore.
Yeah, because he saved his dog. Like John Wick saved his dog. So okay, he saved his dog. He's maybe not the bad guy.
Yeah, but I think the dog reminded him of his own dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Which is why he saved him. And the ending shots, like consequences.
Yeah.
That's practically his line. And to end with that particular shot, consequences. My score is 8.5.
Wow.
Nice. Actually, so perfect 10 from
Oh, really? Wow.
VGN and very, very, very high 95%.
I already knew IGN
Yep.
was giving it 10.
That's crazy.
Rotten Tomatoes,
I
95.
actually watched the
Yeah.
IGN video review of it. He said,
Yep.
yeah, 10 out of 10.
Masterpiece.
review.
Yeah, they say it's a masterpiece. They say it's a
really good.
modern action masterclass.
So they've only given 2 movies this year an 8.5.
Which one?
This one being one of it.
Which one? Oh,
This is one. Yeah. What's the other one?
Suzume.
Oh,
Well,
What?
sorry,
Season
what was it
8.
again?
Yes, Suzume. The English version is coming
that?
out in
Oh,
April.
it's a Japanese anime.
Susan May. Wow.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Like you said.
Japanese one, I finally watched a dub of it. It's really good.
Mm.
So
Yes.
was it Rotten Tomatoes that gave it 10, was it?
The IGN.
No, IGN. But Rotten Tomatoes
IGN.
is also 95%. Very high.
93
Yeah.
or 95. Okay.
95 now. It's actually gone up.
Yeah.
95 and 96 audience.
Oh, it's gone up. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
my original score was Marcus's score, 9 out of 10, but
Wow.
I brought it up to 9.5.
It
So
went up
Yep.
0.5. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 hours, 49 minutes. There you go.
Oh, wait. Wow.
Wow.
Yep. So Suzume was my other movie that I rated 8.5. Really good.
I see.
Comes out in English April
This is
14th.
very high for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, but I can't be swayed past 8.
Oh, you can't be swayed because
Yeah.
of all the physics. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Basically.
unrealism,
Yeah.
unrealistic.
Realism.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I think I'm just a stickler for like
Realism.
It doesn't
realism
exist in
and
movies.
yeah. What can what really happens when A and B happen, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, like those
Yeah.
incendiary rounds.
Yes.
Like so much flames. That's obviously added CGI. No bullet put out that much flame. A 50 caliber
Mm.
armor piercing.
Well, if it was true to life again, it would be boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, none of the scenes in the movie will work.
Yeah, they will never work.
One shot and he's
No.
dead. Bang.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, we like
Yeah.
first minute of the movie.
And plus, all of the recoil, like being shot like multiple times on the hands and stuff, it
Yeah.
would make sense because even if it is like bullet resistant, bulletproof, you'll still get all of the damage. It will still
Yeah.
hurt. So of
And,
course
like,
it's
just-
not
just-
realistic. It
Yeah.
has to be not
I
realistic.
mean,
There's no
yeah.
movie which is actually realistic.
Look,
You know, like
my take is
falling
I thi-
from 2 stories, and even
Not realistic.
that-
Find a
that-
movie
three-
which is realistic.
3 stories.
the best can't. The best is not going to give him any protection from a 2-story fall.
Yeah, of course. But
It's only
effectively,
for
find me a
Yeah, I
movie
mean-
that is realistic. There, you would
Yeah,
probably find none.
It won't be as exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, look, like my take is, I think the director intentionally made the overall tone of the movie like unrealistic because you
It
get
has to be.
yeah.
it's consistent. It's
Yeah.
consistent. It's
And
consistent.
also because it's
And,
so violent that you know,
yeah,
I think you accept the violence because you know how ridiculous it is.
yeah,
That
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
not real.
It's like
Yeah,
fantasy.
of
It's
course, you
fantasy,
won't
yeah.
find a movie which is realistic at all. So it has to be unrealistic. It's
Oh,
always going to be over the top.
I found it pretty amusing. The fat Russian guy repeatedly getting up, having a puff of Benylin, and then just throwing John Wick around and beating him up, and that was just very amusing. And then John Wick pummels him on the ground, smashes his head in the concrete. And he just wakes up from that has a buffet of this fiddle and jumps up, grabs John Wick and starts throwing him around. That was like highly amusing.
Yep. Well, anyway, let's get past the whole
Yep.
realism thing because yeah, it's a bit silly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
the only other movie I gave an 8.5 is Susan May. It is coming out in English April 14th.
Okay.
I already watched it in Japanese. It's really good. And if you know this, like Your Name, Weathering with You, same guys.
Mm. Any Easter eggs for this one?
No. I mean,
Not out yet.
no. I mean, what is no?
No.
I think it's more about which characters have returned, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it's not like Star Wars where you like pick on. Oh look, yeah.
Yeah.
By
Like
the way, did you
the
guys pick
returning
up
cast is
Scott
good.
Adkin? Scott Adkin?
Yes.
You pick up
Actually, I didn't
Killer.
until you mentioned
He's
it.
Scott Adkins.
Yeah, until you mentioned
Yeah,
it.
I picked him up. Yeah,
The German
yeah, it's hard to pick
card
up with all that
table
padding.
guy.
Yeah, that guy, the poker guy. Yeah,
Like looks
all
so
that
fat.
padding. It's hard to tell.
How does he look like? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Karakis.
Scott Adkins.
Yeah. So I
Yep,
didn't
yeah, it is.
realize
I
because
didn't realize
Killer.
what
this guy.
I know it's amazing, right?
he looks so
It's
different.
amazing. The makeup and the padding. You can
Scott
tell by a bit of the face, a little bit. But it's good. It's good makeup. You can tell by the way he fights later. Like he fights like Scott Adkins. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know who Scott Adkins is.
He's a martial artist as well.
Okay.
So he fought Ip Man in Ip Man 4.
Ip Man 4.
So
Oh, yeah,
this
it
guy.
looks like him, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not the
He's
first
a real
time they
martial
fought
artist.
against.
That was a good
Yeah.
fight scene,
Yeah.
actually, in Man 4, yeah.
Very,
I mean, he
Very
looks
excellent,
so
excellent.
different, right?
He
He
looks,
looks
yeah.
so different.
Yeah.
He's like this army guy, general.
yeah, so different. Yeah.
I mean, I guess here you can
different.
tell a little bit, like,
The face, the
It's
facial
him.
features, yeah, a little bit.
and yeah, here
it's hard to
facing
tell.
off. Oh, that's Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
Because I guess I
Uh,
was looking out for him when he's going to come in, and I was looking out for him. That's why
Scott Adkins.
he looked.
I guess with all
He's
that
actually a big
padding.
fan of Donnie Yen.
Well, that's probably why maybe that's how they got him. I don't know.
Introduced.
He played the villain very, very well.
In
Very
Ip
well.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah, he was. Yeah. He couldn't fight much because of the padding and the suits, and
Probably.
yeah, but it's still pretty good fight.
I thought he still fought pretty well. Yeah, with that padding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, I mean,
roundhouse kicks and stuff.
he was fighting really well. I mean, he was throwing
Yeah.
John Wick around as if John Wick was a rag doll.
He dragged him up the stairs. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say ragdoll. Yeah.
yeah, that was fun. Akins
Oh well, I think we
covered everything. Huh?
we've covered it, huh?
Yeah, we've covered it.